I used to think family was a harbor, a place to dock when the storms of life hit. But last November, I learned the truth. Some harbors are just sinkholes, pulling you under until you drown. My name's Steve Marlowe. I'm 33, and I'm about to tell you how one cold text message and a forged signature shattered everything I thought I knew about love, loyalty, and blood. It's the story of how I became the villain in my own family's tale, or maybe, just maybe, the one who finally broke free. Picture a small, dimly lit apartment, the kind with creaky floors and a fridge that hums too loud. That's where I was last Thanksgiving, alone, stirring boxed mashed potatoes while the wind howled outside like it was mourning something I hadn't yet named. For years, I'd been the one holding my family together, paying their bills, patching their cracks, keeping the lights on. I'm a network engineer, steady job, nothing glamorous, but it paid enough to keep my parents' house from foreclosure, to cover my sister Grace Marlowe's car repairs, to float my cousin Nate's temporary rent when he crashed on their couch. I didn't do it for praise. I did it because that's what you do for family, right? You carry them. You don't ask why. But over time, the weight got heavier. The thank you stopped. My parents, Sarah and Tom, started treating my help like it was owed, like I was their personal ATM. Grace would borrow hundreds for emergencies that turned into weekend getaways. Nate racked up bills on my accounts, never blinking. I was invisible unless my wallet was open. And me? I kept quiet, swallowing the resentment like bitter coffee, telling myself it was fine, until that one text changed everything. It came a week before Thanksgiving. I'd texted Mom, asking what to bring for dinner, same as every year. I'd always chipped in, groceries, wine, even the tacky autumn napkins she loved. No reply. 2 days later, my phone buzzed. Her message was ice cold, sharp as a blade. Don't come this year. We're keeping it small. No explanation, no softness, just those words slicing through me. I sat there staring at my screen, the glow burning my eyes. Had I done something? Missed something? I scrolled through our texts, looking for a clue, but there was nothing. Just months of me asking if they needed anything, and them taking without a word. That night, I lay awake, the radiator clanking like a heartbeat. Memories flooded in. The Christmases I spent fixing their Wi-Fi while they laughed over Grace's latest TikTok dance. The birthdays I celebrated alone because everyone was busy. The $1,200 I lent Grace for car repairs that funded her trip to Miami. I wasn't family anymore. I was a utility, like the gas line I paid for every month. And that text? It was the moment I realized they didn't just take me for granted. They didn't want me at all. Something snapped. Not loud, not angry, but quiet, like a wire finally fraying through. I didn't scream or cry. I got to work. For years, I'd set up their lives on my dime, mortgage auto pay, utilities, even their grocery subscriptions, all linked to my accounts. I'd been their anchor, but anchors can be cut loose. I logged into every portal, bank, utilities, mortgage, and one by one, I severed the ties. Click, card removed, click, auto pay canceled, click. My name erased from their gas account. It felt like carving my initials into a tree, deliberate, final. I didn't tell them. I didn't need to. The silence would speak for me. Thanksgiving morning, I cooked alone. A cheap rotisserie chicken, canned green beans, a glass of tap water. No chaos, no demands, just the hum of my TV playing old movies. For the first time in years, I felt light, like I could breathe. Then my phone lit up. First, a text from Dad. Steve, gas is off. What's going on? Then Mom. The mortgage site says payment failed. Fix it. Then Grace, frantic. The house is freezing. Mom's freaking out. What did you do? I didn't answer. I let the frost creep into their world. just as they'd frozen me out. By Friday, their panic was a symphony. Voicemails, texts, even an email from Mom dripping with guilt. This is cruel, Steve. Family doesn't do this. Cruel. The word burned. But then, Saturday morning, my inbox held something worse. An email from the mortgage company, subject line, urgent, delinquency notice. My stomach dropped. It wasn't just about missed payments. 6 months ago, they'd refinanced the house, in my name. A second mortgage, $80,000. With my digital signature, one I'd never given. They'd forged it, used my identity like it was theirs to borrow, like I was theirs to use. My hand shook as I read the fine print. As cosigner, you are fully liable for non-payment. This wasn't just betrayal, it was theft, calculated and cold. They hadn't just disinvited me from dinner. They'd chained me to their debt, assuming I'd never notice. The house, their warmth, their lives, it was all built on my name, my credit, my trust. And they'd gambled it all, thinking I'd never pull the plug. I didn't confront them. Not yet. I called a lawyer friend, sent him the documents, and started the process. Fraud reports, credit freezes, affidavits. I opened the family group chat and typed, "I'm filing for fraud. You have until Monday to explain why my name's on a loan I never signed. After that, it's legal." Then I muted them. The silence that followed was louder than any apology they could have faked. Now, as I sit here, the weight of it all still lingers. I'm not the hero of this story, but I'm not the villain either. I'm just a man who learned that love shouldn't cost you your name, your future, or your peace. I don't know if they'll face charges, or if I'll ever sit at their table again. But for the first time, I'm choosing me. And that feels like freedom. Have you ever had to cut ties to save yourself? Drop your story in the comments. I read every one. Hit that like button if this hit home, and subscribe for more raw stories about finding your strength. Because sometimes the hardest choice is the one that sets you free.